Hi, Carl here for Proav TV. I'm here at NAB 2019 over at the Vitec stand talking to Byron from Light Panels about their new Gemini 1x1. Okay, so Byron, what have we got here?
So this is the brand new Gemini 1x1 from Light Panels. It's aimed at the location market, run and gun. It weighs 12 pounds with the power supply. If you're familiar with the larger 2x1 Gemini, it's 60% of the output that, with about half the weight, and with all the feature set that you have in the Gemini 2x1. So anybody who does location cinema work, maybe ENG work, anywhere where you need mobile power, mobile unit, but with all the features and effects and colors that you need in an RGBW phone.
I think you've really managed to keep that weight down. I mean, when I had to play with this back in the office last week, and just in my head, oh, a Gemini's coming in today. I was like, okay, let's get two of us downstairs to get the box upstairs and all this sort of stuff. And I mean, this arrived, and I was like, oh, if they sent me the wrong lights, if they sent me one of their Astro range, you know. You've done a remarkable job keeping the weight down on this.
Well, there's a number of design features we did to keep the weight down as well as to keep it mobile. So the idea was to keep it thin as we could. Yep. Still keep the design so that there's space between the LEDs and the powers. So the power electronics are sitting in this module, the LEDs in this module, heatsink and fan module in between, so that the LEDs aren't heating up the electronics and the electronics aren't heating up the LEDs.
It looks like a lot of this back has been designed around that, designed around heat.
Absolutely, because heat is the death of LED. Yeah. So if you manage the heat, you can have a bright light, but still, if you can manage that heat, you can keep its lifetime very, very, very long. Yeah. So we've also made the yoke so that you can move it up and down if you need to adjust it with accessories. Yep. The diffuser is removable. Put a heavy diffuser, a light diffuser, a nice slot here for accessories, barn doors, honeycombs, all the accessories that the guys would like to need. It's also built solidly, cast aluminum structure, aluminum heatsink, but it's also built with these nice corners that you can basically set it on any surface, even flat on its back, and it allows for airflow. Yeah. And you can basically aim that light in any way you want to do it.
It rests steadily, so it's easy to just pop it down while you're working.
Pop it down. There you go.
Exactly. Exactly. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant design, and it really seems that it's going to be very quick and easy to jump between the different lights as well.
Absolutely. So we tried to keep the knobs in exactly the same position. The buttons work the same way. The user interface is basically the same as the 2x1. Yeah. So if you know how to use a Gemini 2x1, the 1x1 is very simple to jump to.
So what would you say to customers who are trying to struggle between maybe looking at the Astro range and then looking at this? I mean, what do you gain by stepping up to the 1x1 Gemini over, say, the Astro range?
Okay. Well, the big gain is color. So the Astra is a bicolor, tungsten, daylight, does that very, very well. You can mix anywhere in between. But if you're looking for additional colors, all the gels, being able to also adjust for a green magenta offset, all that's built into this light. You also get the special effects. So if I want to do an interview that's a fireside interview, I don't need to bring any other thing. I just set this in the corner, turn it on an effect, and there we go. You want to do lightning, you want to do party lights, any of those effects you've got with this. Yeah. The Astra is a great light for what it does, but it only goes so far. Add the Gemini and you've got a whole toolkit in one light.
Cool. Right. Thank you very much for your time, mate.
You bet.